Welcome everybody, my name is Blake, or you can call me the Campaigner, and today I'm going to be playing a little bit of Pac-Man, and, or technically I already played Pac-Man. This is a post-commentary, but I want to talk about a certain subject. Every Tuesday I'm going to be posting a new video with just some gameplay in the background, and it's just going to be, I'm just going to talk, and they're just going to be more kind of like serious topics, because if you go on YouTube nowadays, you see a lot of videos that are they're just pure humor. They're great videos, all about what's funny, but I mean sometimes that's at least for the gaming community, it seems. But it seems like you need to sit down every once in a while and just talk about something that's truly important. And I think that we need to address some of these things, just to either better society as a whole or something like that. So I would love it if you guys could leave suggestions for things you've noticed in your experiences, like in your life, that you think are some serious issues socially or otherwise, something that's kind of either demeaning, not derogatory anyway, but I mean something that's kind of concerning to you as an individual. Like, what are you noticing that stands out as something that could be wrong with our current world? And I'm just gonna say one thing: this controller was way too sensitive for Pac-Man. Just saying. And the topic that I chose first is something that I was doing research on for a public speaking class, which is the concept of impossible. I could go into everything I talked about in the speech, but otherwise, if I want to do that, I just post the practice speeches that I had, which are basically the same thing. So I mean, I wouldn't really do anything either for me or for you. It'd just be boring. So I'm going to try and address a few factors about impossibilities that are kind of important to know. Two of them are going to be from the speech, sorry, but the concept of impossible is something that we don't really talk about too much. We face it all the time. I mean, every time that you want to do something, if you're still living with your parents, they'll say, no, you can't do this, you can't stay out late for so-and-so reason. So you would think, under the context of impossibility, that it's impossible for you to go out, see your friends, and go watch a movie at 2 in the morning. Maybe you wanted to watch the new Hunger Games premiere, and your parents said no. So you tell your friends, hey guys, I can't go, it's impossible, my parents aren't going to let me out of the house. I mean, am I saying defy your parents and go watch the Hunger Games? No, because it's the Hunger Games. I mean, maybe if it's Batman, maybe, but let's stick to actually not doing that. So the idea here is that there's some things that are possible, but we describe them as being something that's unlikely to happen, unlikely to occur. And that's a huge difference from impossible, because impossible is an absolute. It's like saying never. Like, you're never going to eat this cookie because I'm going to eat it first. Well, if they eat it first, you can't eat the cookie. Like, it's never going to happen. So you have a 0% chance. Well, if it's unlikely, that's promoting the idea that there's the possibility of it happening, albeit it may be slim. It could be very unlikely. I mean, that's kind of goes in a circle there, but I mean, there's like a 5% chance, and a 5% chance, albeit very, very small, is still better than a 0% chance. And that idea is really lost. Like, no one chooses to grasp onto that 5% because it's 5%. So impossibility can be defined as something more than just the 0%. it's I'm saying a lot. I noticed this. Yeah, there it is. Essentially, all actions are possible. Whether or not we choose to engage in them is a entirely different situation. It isn't impossible to climb Mount Everest. It's unlikely or improbable if you don't have the proper training, tools, conditioning, knowledge, what have you. But that doesn't make it impossible. So, by truly understanding that you can do it, it's just a matter of whether or not you will do it. That's huge in this conflict, I guess. So, that's the main point. Another point is everything that we know, or we believe we know to be true. So, is science truly factual? Well, I mean, we say it is. We say a lot of things. We say, if you watch any of those, infomercials, they all say that they have the cure to, cancer, or they have the cure to obesity in America. I mean, come on now. It's not going to happen. It's obesity in America. Let's just be honest here. It's not going to happen. So, obesity is going to happen, but not the cure for it. So, and I did mess myself up here really bad. I tried to save myself. But there's misconceptions of what we've made, what we believe, and these misconceptions really just take a toll. I don't even know. It's hard to think about it. It's hard to think about everything you've been told that's impossible and just say they're wrong. You should obviously be listening to your parents. If they say don't do something, they have a good reason for it. I'm fairly positive that there's no reason why they would say, hey, don't go out and drink soda at 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, they probably have a reason. Maybe they have a story even why you shouldn't. So the main point here, besides the whole absolute never stuff, is embrace the fact that we've made certain things to be true to us as human beings. We've told ourselves that we couldn't go to space. Guess what? We did in the 60s, I'm pretty sure. So, we've done things that we've told ourselves that we can't do. We've proven that we can defy our own beliefs of impossibilities. So I ask and I plead that you guys go out, learn from this, and don't just sit around doing what people say are impossible. Do it because you want to do it. Alright, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.